This is the Holy Shekel Crypto Gematria Torah Code Scan for Friday, July 17th, 2026, which is Yom Shishi. That means the sixth day of the week. In Israel, it's the sixth day of the week. Yomi shown the first day starts from Sunday, so Friday is the sixth day of the week. The third day of Av. We just entered the month of Av. And the year is, of course, 5786. So Gimel Av of 5786, 3 of Av, 5786. The Torah portion of the week is Devarim, starting the book of Deuteronomy. And the Daf Yomi is Chullin, Tractate Chullin, page 78. And I mentioned recently something like a coding grand slam or a coding home run. Tried to use some analogy like that, and I think today is something like that. I think that this is the third week that I'm doing this, so I think that it's really starting to take shape and form. This coding procedure, how it works, the technique, and sometimes they're the gematria of words, and sometimes it has to do with the scan of the numbers in an array, read forwards or backwards, but for now not scrambled. And sometimes the currencies bring forth various words, and the rule is I only do one currency, except when it's very clear that each currency has a very apparent and obvious gematria. Then I'll do all three. Because these currencies are country currencies, and how they relate to crypto. And in case you're wondering what the purpose of this is, it's to bring value to the crypto market as an information technology based on the prices of crypto, and those are used as the basis as computing power, or you might want to, maybe it's like a random number generator. It's basically a starting point to compute Torah codes based on the crypto prices. And there's a specific crypto per day, and the price translates into three country currencies, those being the USD, United States dollar, and the new Israeli shekel, the currency in Israel, and the euro. And today, Litecoin, Friday is the Litecoin day. In other words, it's 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Each day has another coin, and the coin of Friday is Litecoin. Okay, and the price was checked at 1:39 Israel Standard Time, which is interesting because 1:39. Now, in this system, everything is a gematria. What time it is a gematria. The price, every number, is a gematria. So 139 in English gematria equals happy number. And happy number is actually, believe it or not, a real thing in mathematics, in number theory. I just discovered it, like recently, yesterday, maybe the day before, I think maybe yesterday. And what it is, I won't explain it now. You can look it up. Just if you Google happy number, ask AI, they'll explain it very well. But if you write happy number as a word, HAPPYNUMBER, that equals 139. I just learned about it, and it's appropriate that the time, so it makes me think about the thing I just learned about. See, that's one of the ways that this is supposed to work. Okay, so 139, I checked the price, and Litecoin was $44.81. Now, I don't have to always do the cents. If it's 44.81, you can just do 44. You can round it up or down. If it's the dollar is 44, it's close to 44 because it's different on different exchanges anyway. So the cents is inconsequential. I could tell you, if you'd ask me what the price for Litecoin is, I would say it's around $44. And that's basically, or if it's very unique, then I can do dollars and cents. It's just about getting the right code. So Litecoin is 44.81 today. Litecoin translated into new Israeli shekels is 136.99, and euro is 39.31. And these are the results. I got a result for each one today. So that's what I mean when I say a grand slam or a home run. I mean, like, not always do I do that, and I don't always have to do that. Okay. And so USD, US dollar, what does that bring forth? What does the USD bring to the table today by being 44.81? Well, 44 is, if you know the cycle of Torah readings, every week there's a portion of the week, starting from Bereshit, which is right after the high holidays in the fall, around September, like late September, early October time. And if you go through each Parsha, Bereshit being number 1, Noach being 2, Lech Lecha being 3, if you go through all the Parshas, you'll find that this week's Parsha, Devarim, the first Parsha in the book of Deuteronomy, is a 44th Parsha. Now, today is Friday, and we're about to read the Torah portion tomorrow, so it's appropriate. It's right upon the Sabbath. And the price is $44 USD, and we're reading the 44th Torah portion tomorrow. That's a really neat coincidence. And so that's what the USD has to say through Litecoin. Okay? Now, what does the new Israeli shekel have to say through Litecoin? Well, the first opening words of the Torah portion are Ele Hadvarim. These are the things that Moses spoke, etc. Now, Ele is 36 and Hadvarim is 261. But the coding setting that I'm using is that you can read, there's a string of digits above all the letters of the Torah, and you can read them either forwards or backwards. So if you read it, in this case, from left to right, which is the way you read numbers or the way you read English, if you read it, and that's allowed, just not scrambled up, just forwards or backwards. So 261 and then 36. So you see 136 there. Right above Eila Dvarim, the opening words, you see 136. Well, that's the price of the new Israeli shekel, 136 shekels. So that's what the new Israeli shekel has to say. It's connected to our opening parsha. That's very interesting. Has the price right there, right in front of your face. Okay, in the opening words, which is amazing. And also, it's interesting because it's the time that I checked it. I mean, I could have checked it, all right, in an hour from now. It also has to do very much circumstantial, like where I am and at what time. Like, I only have a certain ability to be at a certain place at a certain time. And the fact that I checked it at 139 and that was the price of 139, you know, I could have come back in a few hours from now. It would be $1 difference. Then that wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So that's just these little things. It's a experiment, but I hypothesize, I'm speculating that this will be over time some kind of a interconnective message, if you will. Okay, and finally, the euro. What did the euro bring forth? Now, the euro bring forth. You got to go a little further in the same chapter when Moses was saying, "On all of you," in Deuteronomy 1:22. It says, "And all of you approached me and said, 'Let us send men ahead of us that they will search out the land.'" But the spies that we read about a month and a half ago, Parshat Shalach. Okay, it says, "Batikravun Elai kulchem batomru nishlecha anashim." Those are the words, nishlecha anashim. In this coding system, nishlecha is equal to, in regular Gematria, 393, and then Anashim is 401. But if you read Nishlach Anashim, you read it in the direction of Hebrew, and you read 393, so you already see the price there, 39, and what's above Anashim? 401. But you can also read it 104, forwards and backwards. So it's exactly the price of the euro. If you read it if you read the numbers the way you read Hebrew, 3931. Nishlach Anashim is 393, and Anashim is 401, but you're reading it 3931. And that is exactly the price of euro for Litecoin for Friday, July 17th, 2026, Yom Shishi, 6th day of the week, 3rd day of Av, 5786, Parshat Devarim, and Chullin 78 for Daf Yomi. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.